La, la, la. La, la, la. She ready. Oh, just look at her glow. She ready. Yeah, she's standing up tall. Ready. Confident and bold. She ready. Never gonna back down. She ready. Ooh, yeah, she wearing that crown. She ready. Ooh, she ready. She walking and talking, no faking, creating.
Happy Thursday, my love muffins and enchiladas. It is Tori, the hope dealer of guided intuition, and I'm here to do your daily guidance, your daily spiritual message, your daily reflection on this beautiful Thursday. Also, Halloween. Happy Halloween. If you believe in it, I do. I have 9 nieces and nephews and about like 3 godkids. So Halloween is a very, we celebrate Halloween. We're actually planning their party and doing all of that stuff. That's why I was missing in action Wednesday. I was really preparing for that and all that good stuff, guys. So my loves, I hope that you have took the time to meditate, to ground yourself, to say some positive affirmations about your life and where your life is going, knowing that no matter what you are looking at in your life, all is well and you are safe. There is no obstacle, okay? No situation that you cannot overcome, conquer, and rise from, okay? I think that is very much needed in this Scorpio season, this Mercury Retrograde. So I just want to tell you guys that. And most importantly, guys, please, please, please make sure that you take the time, okay, to really look in the mirror or turn your phone around to selfie mode and love on you. Love on you, because we are really going deep in this time, in this moment. Whenever you see this video, okay, you are breaking up with fear. You are stepping out of your comfort zone. You are dancing with your dreams. You are being optimistic. You are being open. You are healing. You are going deep down on a soul level, looking at things, okay? Spiritual awakening, okay? Realizing finally something has clicked for somebody, that you are abundance. All of these things are registering that you are worthy of love. That you are such an amazing person. So make sure that you look at yourself in the mirror, hug yourself, love on you, let yourself know how proud of you are. That you are doing all of these things. And I know it can feel cliche, I know it can feel like weird. I know it can feel like, oh my God, we don't need to do this. But yes, you do. You do need to do that to yourself. Because, just what's going on in this energy, there's a great awakening happening right now in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. And you're not running from it. You're going after your dreams. You're healing. You're mending. You're facing truths. You're having faith. You're being open to the divine, to the universe, trusting that the impossible is possible. Maybe when everything is showing you, yeah, this might not be a good idea, but you're being open. And that takes courage. You're being vulnerable with yourself, with source. And that takes courage. That really takes courage. So I hope that you are loving on you. Acknowledge this. Hug on you, guys. Because this is true bravery at its core. Okay? True bravery at its core. Because, anytime we get into these soul guidances, these daily guidances, this is more so on a core level going on inside of you. This is what's going on internally. Not to mention, you got to show up, for your children. You got to show up to school, because I got my teens. You got to show up in every other area of your life. And then you're also processing what's going on in a soul level. You a bad mamma jamma, male or female. You a beast. Like, you showing up for yourself on a spiritual level internally, processing shit, healing, mending, opening up, looking fear in their eyes. And then you got to turn up. Work for your business, honey. Go to work. Take care of your children. Take care of yourself. Like you are, I need you to know like what you are doing. Like you out here beasting it. Okay? Whatever may be showing up, I want you to remember who you are. You're not no average Joe. And on top of it, you're still showing up with a beautiful heart, vulnerable, open. Man. You are amazing. You are amazing. And I need you to look at yourself at some point today, and I need you to say that. I need you to say it. I know it might feel cheesy, but I need you to say it if you truly vibe with me. I need you to look at you in that mirror and love on you. All right? I need you to do that because you deserve that. You deserve a cookie. You deserve an award. And if I could give it, I would. I'm spiritually giving it to you. But I want you to do that. I want you to give it to yourself, okay? So, my loves, before we get into the soul guidance, the important message that your soul has for you on this beautiful Thursday or whenever you are watching this video, the first thing that I really want to let you guys know, everything that is showing up in your life right now is really getting you to remember who you are on a soul level. Okay? The trials, the success, the excitement, the anxiety. It don't matter. Whatever is showing up in your life in this moment is getting you to remember who you are on a soul level. We know that Scorpio season is all about balance, the alchemist. So it's really going to help you remember who you are on a soul level. Anything, that has maybe covered you up, maybe you've forgotten, a little, it's going to help you bring that into balance, okay? So I want to read something that a beautiful soul sent to me, and I was like, wow, there's this beautiful soul on Instagram. She's an amazing astrologer. She's always on point, and I really want to read this to you guys. And this is what she said. She said, from now on until November the 20th, I will be bringing to your attention anyone or anything harmful, toxic, or destructive in your life. This is for your highest good, to give you the opportunity to remove, and restructure accordingly. Over the next few weeks, an extreme reshuffle will occur. Trust that the redirection and transformation you are about to go through is divinely orchestrated, and timed. You have learned all of the lessons necessary to flow through this challenging phase. You are now ready for a major shift and huge soul growth. A new chapter opens. Love, Mercury Retrograde. I love how she put that in there. So why I felt guided to read that, okay? Before we get into the soul guidance, I just want to bring this message, to somebody. As I was shuffling, these cards fell out yesterday, right? And I literally took them out. I was like, what? Someone needs to know this, okay? So what spirit wants you to know on a soul level in this very moment, my love, is we have, let us not hope for mere chance to change our story. Let us summon the courage to change it ourselves. Some will stand in your way, but we mustn't hide or minimize ourselves any longer. And I just really want to emphasize on that, the first part of this little phrase. Let us not hope. You see how they put that in caps? Let us not hope for mere chance to change our stories. Let us summon the courage to change it ourselves. This is, I always say, you are the creator of your reality. And this is why I'm Tori, the hope dealer, because outside of yourself, there's inspiration. You take inspiration. Hope is like, to me, is inspiration. after the inspiration, to really bring that to fruition, there's some action that's needed behind that, okay? And what yourself in this very moment is wanting you to know that you are the creator of your reality. You get what I'm saying? You don't have to hope. It says, let us summon the courage to change it ourselves. If you want a new story at any moment, you can change it. At any moment, you can change your circumstances. And it happens on an internal level first. Spirit. This is why everything is so deep, healing, opening up, things may be being shown to you, doors that are opening, for success, to travel, to leave. So many beautiful souls have hit me up and was like, Tori, I'm getting this opportunity to move. I'm getting this opportunity to do this. I'm just a little nervous. What would you do if you knew you could do anything? This is the quote that I think about when I read this. What would you do? If you knew you could do anything in this world, be anything, be with anybody in this world, it doesn't matter. If you knew that it was solid proof that it would not fail, that it would not blow up in your face, that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you knew these things, what would you do? This is what you have to ask yourself, and this is what I ask myself. And then the next question, are you living your life accordingly? What would you do if you knew it wouldn't blow up in your face, it wouldn't fail? What would you do? What would you walk away from to go to a new opportunity? What story would you leave to open a new? Because in this energy right here, this is what's going on right now. You're being granted an opportunity to step into a new beginning right now. You don't got to wait to 2020. Me and some friends were talking. I was just, we were just talking, girl talk. We were talking and it's getting to that year, we're like, okay, 2020, because I feel that energy. It's like very potent already. It's here. Maybe you've been asking, you've been praying, you've been hoping, and spirit, the divine God wants you to know right now in this very moment, at any moment, you can change your story. But it's all about you having the courage to change it ourselves. You are the director of your life. You're directing where, I don't even care if the movie is mapped out. Do you understand me? You still have to act out and figure out, what scenes that you want to add into your movie. Pick the scenes, pick the pieces. You get what I'm saying? That where you want to add it. But it's your story. You have the book. What words are you going to place in this book? And it took me a situation, and another thing that you're for some, you're probably seeing, I know damn well I'm seeing it, where you're going through, cycles like, wait, I was here already, and it showed me, just how much growth and just how much change, I have experienced within myself. Beautiful change, beautiful growth. And sometimes it takes situations for us to be reminded. I had a reminder, because, certain, energies from the past. I was like, I don't even know that energy. It's so foreign, like I don't put myself in situations where I could be drained or where, I can promise myself. And for a while, guys, and it took me to kind of go through an experience. So I was like, yeah, this is not an equal exchange. This is just not, Yeah, I don't know what this is, but this is not what it is. And it took me to like really go through an experience. I was like, damn, wow. I remember like that used to be my whole life, compromising and just taking whatever, voiding out my feelings, voiding out, yeah, like, just giving. Like I was like, wow, that was a lot, that used to be my way of going. And I realized like, wow, there's so much change that has happened. I don't know why Mercury Retrograde likes to bring, people from the past around. What is that about? But, yeah, I was like, that's very interesting. And I realized that by me making those decisions, help me change my story and change my story for the better. So having the courage to make decisions that may be difficult to change your story for the better. Okay? The most important person right now, period, in your story is you, because without you, there is no story. There is no story. Okay? And here it is. Some will stand in our way, but we mustn't hide or minimize ourselves any longer. These changes and these things that you have to be courageous to make these decisions. Not everybody is going to agree with it. Okay? Especially, if it's, cutting something off, or, you're being bold. There's one of the things that I really wanted to make a video about is really explaining jealousy and the place where jealousy, or, when you're out here living your best life, and people may comment, you know what I'm saying? Like when you realize where that comes from, it merely comes from a person not courageous enough to really stand in their truth, and they see you, you standing in your truth. That just sparks up these emotions and reminds them of how they're not standing in their truth, and it triggers them. But that's all it is. And when I grab that concept, I'm like, yeah. So when people comment on the decisions that you make, if you decide within yourself and what you decide to do with your life, it comes from a place of, they're not bold enough to stand up and, do what it is that they want to do in their life. They don't, walk the way that they want to walk in their life, even, I don't even, if you have a YouTube and you've seen, or if you've been on, them comment section, people like to light them up. They have so much opinions, and it be the most people like giving opinions that really not like, I'll be like, sometimes I just click and I'm like, wow, how you gonna tell me how to run my channel? How you gonna tell me how to run my business? Or how you gonna tell me what a relationship should be like, look like, and this, or what's expected of this? You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta tune out those others, some, whoever was, whatever is standing in your way, those thoughts. It even could be yourself, But because it says some will stand in our way, but we mustn't hide or minimize ourselves any longer. No more downplaying you. Your soul is, all these things are showing up, and these opportunities are presenting yourself just for you to know who you are. Okay? The specialness that is inside of you. That's what Spirit really wants you to know. Don't dim your light. Don't minimize yourself any longer. Don't play with you, because you're not nobody to play with. You a bad, say mamma jamma, sir jamma. You really out here. You really out here healing. You really out here being an energy and a vessel of love. Whatever may come your way, like, when you're opening your business, starting something, like, listen, you can't let nobody words or anybody get up in what you got going on. I feel like somebody needs to know that. Okay. Let me say that you're not dumb, okay? You're not inadequate. You know exactly what it is that you desire and need for yourself. You may have not voiced it, because that was my thing. I used to downplay myself, like really not speak my emotions, and one of the things when I came into self-love, I that was one of my things, like stand up for Tori, like be that voice for Tori. People didn't like that voice, but if you came at me wrong, or you came at me, or you crossed the boundary, because some people, I didn't have any boundaries before, but then I developed boundaries. I would speak on it. And recently, a boundary of mine was crossed, and I was just so baffled that I didn't expect it from this person. I kind of like played it off, like laughed, like kind of, go with the flow. And then when I just remember when the situation was over, I just felt like I just felt, guys, I don't even know how to, I still can't put it into words of how I felt, but it was kind of like energy raped. Like I felt like, wow, and it wasn't even for that person, but it was more so for me, because me not standing up, you know what I'm saying? Me not doing that. And that was a lesson. And I was like, wow, I had just been so, that's become my way of just standing up for myself. And it's not saying that I haven't had situations where I had to, stand up for myself. But that one time I did, and it shows me like that's foreign to me. Where it was foreign for me to stand up for myself, it's foreign for me not to show up for myself. Like to not show up for me, not to show up for Tori, that just like that's foreign to me now. Where before it was the other way around. So whatever may happen, find the beauty in the situation is what I want to show you. And you will really see your growth, because there is a specialness. And this card, the specialness, okay, it deals with internal, like I said, on a soul level. And that's where it starts. First on the inside, and then it's going to manifest outwardly. It says, specialness. My unique corners and edges all fit perfectly into the shared goals of others. In the drive to be special, sometimes the gift of similarity gets lost in separation. The drive to be better and stronger than others creates a void, okay, as competition takes hold. So like I told you, what you are doing, what you are just being yourself, don't take it personal if situations happen and it's like, okay, wow, don't take it personal. We all have gifts. We all have, we're all amazing. It's just that you're awakened to your amazingness. Did I say that right? You're woke to that, where another person may be asleep to that, so they don't really know how to process that. Don't take it personal, and don't allow it to stop you. Don't feed it. I think I said this, in a, I think I said this in a reading once. You can't take like your $100 million, plan to somebody that's only used to working on $100, budget. Like that don't make no sense. 100 million to $100, like that don't make no sense. They shopping in 2 different stores, probably at the dollar store. Like you know what I'm saying? They don't even know. Like you can't expect them to understand. But sometimes, we'll take it personal, but they're not awakened to the greatness, And I really feel like Spirit is wanting you to know, don't judge yourself by that. Okay, we all have a specialness, and it's just that some are, aware of it and some are not. And if you can't, you know what I'm saying? Like if you're not aware of it, you can't act accordingly. They're just not aware. Don't take it personal. And that was something that, I had to realize. I had to realize. In this void of separation, it becomes very difficult to experience energetic similarities that can be built upon for a common goal. It is true that this serves a purpose, but if you separate yourself as special, the opportunity to experience someone else's perspective is lost. Again, don't take it personal. You can't expect someone, to understand where you're coming from, and it takes a very, I want to say, awakening, a person that really flows in the energy of unconditional love to understand that, and it's not to beat yourself up. I remind myself it's all lessons to be learned. Give compassion, be open to look at it from their perspective. When you come out and look at the bigger picture, that they're just not where you are. They can't really understand where you're coming from. And it's not to, judge or anything, but you move accordingly. You don't engage, you know what I'm saying? You don't feed it. You just pull back and you continue to do you. Because it says all energy communication is vital to making choices. Okay? I really feel in this time, our relationships, whether it be, work, whether it be friends, family, love, it's really being amplified right now. All right, my love. So that was a message that somebody needed. And I really feel like it's all surrounding your relationships, to be open and just understand where a person can only meet you as far as they have met their self. And Spirit is just saying, don't take it personal. That's honestly what I'm feeling. But at the same time, don't dim your light, or don't allow whatever may be projected on you to be what is yours. That's honestly what I'm feeling. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what divine message, what divine guidance does Spirit have for the beautiful soul. Wow, this just came out. What? We're going to take this too. We're going to read that. What divine message does Spirit have for the beautiful soul that is watching? What would you like them to know right now in this very moment concerning their self, on a self-love? Okay. What would you like them to know, Spirit, when it comes to their self? I want to take this one. Oh, a lot of blue. Throat chakra. Truth. Okay. Let's see, Spirit. What would you like them to know? What soul guidance do you have for the beautiful soul? What was that? Ooh, gaslighting. 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 Oh my God. I want to take that. That really caught my eye. It's funny. Okay. Okay, so let's just see. Go ahead and clarify, Spirit. What else guidance would you like the beautiful soul to know right now in this very moment, Spirit? Right? Knight of Swords. What would you like the beautiful soul to know, Spirit, right now in this very moment? What would you like them to know? Okay. I'm going to get that. The King of Cups came out. Okay, and the Four of Swords. King of Cups and the Four of Swords. Okay, my love, so we're going to see what is the message that the divine has for you on this beautiful Thursday, or whenever you are watching this video. And the first card that flipped out, well, that caught my eye, was this gaslighting. In my power of self and intuition, I am as safe as those who are needy and manipulative, and they find their way to my door. So this is what I want to let you know. With this card, it's all about You. You're a light. You shine bright, okay? And sometimes putting yourself, imagine putting a bright light in a dark room, okay? And everything that, is in that room being drawn to this light. This is where your intuition is coming into play. This is where your discernment is coming into play. Learning how to assist, okay, situations. Sometimes we may, be faced with obstacles, or certain people or situations come into our life, and we allow whatever to happen to be projected onto us. And what Spirit is really letting you know right now, no, remember who you are on a soul level. You are a light, okay? Do not allow what people say, situations, beliefs, those thoughts, anything to tell you different. Okay. And I just keep feeling like this is really geared towards like relationships and situations and, your business and success. Yes, you are capable. You are more than capable of, going after what it is that you desire. I don't care what little voice. Sometimes that voice can be us. Sometimes I really feel like a physical voice, a person coming in. Don't allow, even if they don't intentionally, mean to project their stuff on you. Don't allow that to become your reality. That's what I'm hearing very loudly. Okay? That's what Spirit wants you to know. You don't have to allow other people's story to become your story. And it says, of all the challenging people who an empath can attract into a relationship, a narcissist or someone who practices the art of gaslighting, okay, becomes one of our biggest lessons. We attract because it is very evident of the path of many empaths. Like I said, sometimes you want to well, damn, what am I doing? You're an empath. You're a light. Put a light in a dark space. Everything's coming towards that light. Okay? It's just your light. It's just your nature. For whatever reason, it may be a different situation of why it's coming. Or, well, damn, why did this person feel this way? Why did this happen? Like, what did I do? You're a light. You're a bright light to a person that's used to, or a situation that was dark. That's what Spirit is saying. Don't take it personal. And I really feel like this Mercury retrograde is really going to help us embody that. All right. This is a lesson of Mercury retrograde with the people that come in, the situations that are unfolding and happening is what Spirit is really wanting you to know. Okay. So it says, we attract because it is very evident of the path of many empaths. You are the one of great light and power, but most do not realize this yet. You are the one of the healers and bringers of energetic truth to the world, even if you feel that the world has not been there for you on a level of love that supports your needs. In this space of not understanding your gift, it becomes very difficult to have the strength and discernment, needed to navigate the truth of your relationships. This is where you begin to attract to you those who take advantage of your loving nature. Imagine yourself as an energetic loudspeaker shouting, "Here I am. I will love you. I will support you." All great attributes are building a loving relationship, but when, as an empath, you're not fully in your own power of self-love, soon the wolves are knocking at the door. If your partner is continuously barbating you are threatening you, it is the message you hear over and over is that only their needs are important. It says run. Any situation, guys, that show up in this Mercury retrograde, that it is not a equal exchange, you can love them. All right. You can love them. You can hold space for them from a difference. You can wish them well. But there is a lesson here, and that lesson is boundaries. And we have to enforce those boundaries. We have to do that because that is how we give outside, our cup floweth over, runneth over. We give outside. Whatever runs over is for everybody else, but what's inside your cup is for you. And I had to learn that. And I was reminded of that. Kind of what I said, I felt like I was raped, energetically raped. I just felt so exposed. I just felt so used. And I couldn't understand, and it was foreign to me. It was foreign to me because even in, I think I was talking to a love muffin one time. Like, I'm just so happy, with my soul family of just me really being, sharing myself, opening my heart, holding that space for beautiful souls. I can literally count in the years that I have been, really flowing in my purpose and really holding that space. I don't come in contact with beautiful souls where there's not a give and a give and a receive, a give and a give. Like, there's so much love, so much adoration, so much appreciation for it towards me. You get what I'm saying? When it's not given, I feel it. Where in the past, that was the opposite. I didn't even know how to accept, love and adoration and appreciation. I didn't know what that looked like. I can honestly say any like love muffin that I have, communicated with there, I have never felt like it wasn't, a equal exchange, energy. There has to be an equal exchange is what spirit is showing you. Is showing you in your life. And if it's not, that's when that boundary has to be met. Okay. And, I even want to talk about, this proportion may not be for you, but I feel guided to talk about it, even, with your twin, really flowing in unconditional love. We know that it first must come from us. We first have to give that unconditional love to ourselves, and just say if your twin is that person, learning that boundaries are necessary, allow a person to heal, allow a person to go through whatever it is that they're going through. You hold a space, but you fall back and you fall in, what I'm saying? You fall back, you fall back. You don't allow that to keep happening because honestly, that's not what the journey is about. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not what it's about, because at first you have to find that within yourself, and you wouldn't allow yourself to be disrespected like that. So you don't have to do it nasty. You can do it in love, but really, pulling back and holding a space, allowing them to experience and go through whatever it is that they need to go through. There's always a way, to do that. All right. I'm learning. So, that's what's really, really, is coming up, because with this king of cups, there are certain relationships, there are certain people I feel like, that, we know how to enforce those boundaries. We know how to like, but then there are those people that we have those deep emotions for, with this king of cups. And maybe in your mind, you're trying to figure out, what I'm saying, or situations or something that you love, you're passionate about, you care about. It could be in your work. It could be in your career. It could be friend, family, a love relationship. It don't matter. But one of the things that is really coming as a collective, it has to be an equal exchange. There has to be an equal exchange. That is what creates a balance. That's the cycle. You know what I'm saying? You put out, you give back. That's karma. That's how everything works. And that's truly how the flow we're going, in earth, in 3D, 5D, 6D, I don't care. Whatever form, on the galactic, whatever frequency, that's what we're coming into. That's the alchemist, a balance. That's balance, Because when it's not, that creates karma, that creates other situations, other things. So I really feel like, using your spirit of discernment, not overthinking it over here. And moving swiftly. Sometimes we we're overthinking it, knowing that, knowing. But just know whatever your spirit, whatever your intuition is telling you, move forward on it, okay? Move forward on it. So let's just see what self-love message that yourself has for you. Look at all this blue and the butterfly transformation. So what yourself wants, the first thing when it comes to self-love and, what yourself has to say to you is spaciousness. It says, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever People, places, or things drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. So like I said, the great release. A great release is coming, and I really feel like your relationships are being amplified. And one of the things that you can always know, what is meant for you will never miss you, and what is destined will always be. So allow the leash to let go. All right, allow it to let go, and you know, allow it. Allow it to happen naturally. Allow it to happen naturally. And you can trust and believe that it will find you. It truly will. It truly will find you. It truly will. And what yourself wants you to know also is trust. When love is invited to take over, right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. So just trust. Rest in the unknown. Okay? But what cannot be tolerated is, anything that's sucking you, that's energy raping you, that leaves you like, oh my God, what the we gotta snip that. I'm telling you, okay? So I love you so much, love muffins. It was such an honor to read for the beautiful soul that watched this video. I want to let you know I love you. And as always, I'm sending you oodles of love, light, and peace. Don't forget to go out and hug a tree for you, me and you, Taylor. I couldn't even get it out. Girl, I love you, y'all. Oh my gosh, she sent me the video of her hugging a tree. And this big, humongous tree spoke to my heart, and people carved their names, and I was like, I gotta find that tree, And she, the fact that she, talked about me as she was, talking to the tree, she whispered that tree's name to me. Y'all, seriously, I love trees, and I have such an appreciation, for the earth, and especially trees, just all of the sacrifices that they do. I kid you not. This may sound crazy, but Lord knows I'm not lying. It can be raining. I remember one time it was raining, and there were some trees, and I was people were getting wet. And I was walking under the tree, and people walking under the trees too. And they were getting wet, but every space that I stepped, I didn't get wet. And they was looking at me like I was crazy, because I was like, oh my God, I was like, thank you guys for shielding me. But I'm like, you looking at me, that's why you wet and running, and I'm dry and my hair is looking good. Just my appreciation, just my awareness. They always find me when I'm walking and the sun is too hot, all of a sudden they're shading me. It's crazy. And I'll see it where other people they stand in the same spot as me, but they're getting sun. It's just I don't know. They're like, what, we got you too, Tori. And so that is really that is something that I really do, guys. I just don't say that. There is just this connection with trees. And before I used to be embarrassed, be that crazy person touching trees, talking to trees, doing that. But now, no, they're alive. And, I just thank them for their shade. Just thank them for helping us be able to breathe. And I know they cut them down for the paper, and I be using the paper, but thank you, trees. I have those conversations. Everything in life deserves respect, and to be honored, no matter how small, no matter how big, or whatever you feel what is value. I find value in every single thing. Every single thing. The plant, I even tell my vegetables I love you and thank you, because at the end of the day, vegetables are alive too, we be munching on them things, getting all their good nourishments and all that stuff. So I like to thank them, and my flowers, I'm sorry that somebody plucked you, but you're so beautiful. I promise to take care of you while you're here. I've become aware of that, and how important that is, So I love you guys so freaking much. I will catch you on my channel. And as always, have a beautiful day. Trick or treat, because my grown ass is, we're having a party for my niece and nephew, but they want to pass out candy. Some of them, they want to go. So I'm like, really? So I'm taking them, and I'm getting me a bag, and I'm getting candy too. never too grown. I love you guys, and I will catch you on my channel. Take care.
She blazing.